Hi, my name is Rosemary, and I wanted to share this crochet tutorial on how to do the modified treble stitch for the Tree of Life Crochet Pattern by 2PIR Crochet by Lara. And it's not AI. it's a great pattern, but it is tedious, and I had to do a couple of modifications. So what I chose to do also is I chose to print out the chart. I was one amongst many people who asked for written instructions, and so I started writing the instructions, and then by the time I got to row 3, I thought, okay, I see why she didn't do the written instructions. It would be 50 pages long, exaggerating, but quite a bit. So I just learned how to read the chart, and like I said, I printed the chart, the ones with each side, and then I just taped them. Okay, let's start. I'm on I just finished row 13, and so I'm going to start on row 14, and I'll show you how to do the modified treble stitch. So of course, with each row, it begins with chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's a treble in the next stitch. So the modified is you begin it with as if you're doing a double crochet. So there's go through 2 loops. I pull on it just a little bit to make it snug. Then I pinch the bottom of that first loop, and I remove my hook, bring off of it, and then there you can see in between, what you do is you put your hook underneath that yarn that's in between, and then you slightly twist your crochet hook, and then you insert it into the first loop, then do the remaining treble like normal. So this calls for 2 trebles, so let's do that again. Let's do another treble. So the modified stitch is like beginning it like a double crochet, snug, pinch, and then remove your hook, and then in between, as you can see there, in between is that straight yarn, and then I just place my hook underneath it. I slightly turn the hook, put it through the first loop, and then I pull on the yarn a little bit to make it snug, then finish off the treble crochet like usual. Okay, next is a chain, and then this calls for a decrease. So I'm going to show you how a regular treble would look if I did it without doing the modified. And as you can see, the stitches are pretty uniform there, the loops up on top. So I'm going to do the treble like normally would. So I did my loop twice, then I'm going to do 2 and 2, then I'm going to do the next stitch for the decrease, and then through all 3. And as you can see, my stitches are slightly looser than the other with the modified. And also, I have a tough time keeping that top stitch snug, even when I pinch it a little bit. And so this is what the treble does, modified treble does, is it ensures that you have uniform stitches up on top. So let's do that again, decrease using the modified stitch. So insert as if you're doing a regular double, snug, pinch, take off the loop, put yarn in between, slightly turn, and then through the first 2. And then now for the decrease, do it as if you're doing a double, snug, pinch, remove, under, slightly turn the first loop, and then finish off the decrease like normal. There's the 3 loops, and then there's the treble finished with a decrease. And as you can see, the stitches are uniform and it's not loose. The stitches also here are nice and snug. And then the next stitch here, let me see. The next stitch is to complete 1 treble and then an increase. So let's do just a regular modified treble, pinch, pull out, underneath, slightly turn, insert hook, and then finish the treble. Then we're going to do an increase here, so modified, pinch, pull out, under, slightly turn, insert. It does take time to get used to doing this stitch, but trust me, keep practicing it, and as you can see, all my stitches are pretty uniform. I just have a tough time with trebles. So again, let's do another one, modified to do the increase, pull slightly, pinch, under, insert with a slight twist, and there you go. There. So all of them are pretty uniform. Okay, another thing, a couple of tips I wanted to give you is when I first started, I had a tough time with it curling. I tried using different size crochet hooks, different yarns, etc. So this is Whirl by Sheepjess, and so this is a 3.5, and so hook, and so after about the 3rd row, it would curl, kind of like what it's doing here. So what I ended up doing is I ended up blocking every 2 to 3 rows. That's what I ended up doing. And then, as you can see, it's been lovely. I'll have to go back and, block these so that they're better stitched. But I learned that modified treble crochet from Crystals and Crochets by Helen Shrimpton. That's her website. She does quite a bit of treble stitches in her patterns. And so I just watched her video and have used that modified stitch ever since. And especially if you're, like, say, here's a, as you can see here is a decrease, and it's over 4 stitches, and that happens quite a bit in this pattern. And so keeping that nice and snug and uniform. Like I said, I have trouble with trebles, and all of my stitches, as you can see, are pretty uniform. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and have fun with the pattern. It is tedious. You do have to take care to keep track of where you're at, and otherwise it just it's easy to lose track of where you're at. So hope you enjoyed this. Thank you.